Hi. Hi, hello. Hi. And hi. Hi! Hi! Hi. Capital hi. Hello. How are we doing? What a wonderful, eloquent beginning. Hi Dark. Hi Chibi. How you doing? How's your Tuesday faring? How's the beginning of the week? Bongo tap. Exciting times. Yeah. Welcome back. It's 16 Symbols time. We're here for 2 hours going, oh, how do we make sense of this? The plan is going to fall apart, you're calling it now? Of course it is. That's the whole point of this experiment, is that any plan we make is going to fail. Just got to go with the flow. Speaking of plans failing, let's hop on over to here. So I said before that between streams I will look, because at the moment the party is split up into two parts. And I said I will look to see where the join is, so that we can get a little bit of a better idea as to what's going on. I made Onion this afternoon, had a bit of spare time. So I finally got round to giving Onion a portrait. We're gonna have a new character join, I'm sure, but it can never be completed. It's the Sisyphus. Sisyphean, yeah, Sisyphean task. Anyway, long story short, the join symbol, as I recall, is there. Yes. Which means that basically the rest of the story involves the team being split up. Now, I am not beyond being convinced to move it, because so long as we can move it somewhere that we don't know what's going to happen at that location, that's fine by me. Things could go disastrously wrong and then we rejoin. You know, I don't mind. It's still chaotic. But for the purposes of narrative, it would make more sense if we joined up before, you know, sometime prior to right at the end of the story. Or we could make it work. Those the noises that you've been making to Luna to try and cheer her up. Trying to summon a cat. Always. You figured that's where I would be, yeah. So I don't know if we want to use that to our advantage, or whether we want to go, maybe we can move it. Always summon cats. Always. Hi miss. Also hi Ragdoll, didn't say that. Yeah. Hope we're all good one. Hope you're good too. Haha, jokes. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, speaking of which, we have just arrived at a new location. A dangerous location with plot. I think we agreed it was something to do with, it was like the Shrimp God cult cave or something. We're going to another place with that sort of information. We're switching over to Shrimp God, Shramp, Team Shramp. Key hollowed out applause. Moving it up 2 might be nice. Good do. I guess that way we get maybe, I don't know. Especially since we got more information than both parties have collected. Well, we've only collected, only one of the parties has collected something so far. So quick recap what happened last time. Team not Shramp. Team, this is too abstract to deal with, let's take down a corporation. Went to the second largest city in the world, Junior, which has a dome for no reason. There we found the campaign for robot rights coming along nicely, and the goons absolutely very enthusiastically getting on board with it. Meanwhile, the resistance headquarters here got burned down, and we fought the thing that burned it down. We then saved some of the people in the fire. We used the map that we had that told us where people from the resistance are. We used that to help locate them in the fire. And fool that he is, jumped into the fire and injured himself trying to help other people, and as a consequence he's out of the party. We then Brad's mum then came along because she just happened to be here on holiday, I guess. With adventuring friends. Fool! And yeah, there was a nice little chat with Brad about, like, Brad's mum saying, hey, look, you're being a hero in a way that you want to be a hero, where you're actually helping people in the aftermath of a disaster rather than causing the disaster and claiming to be a hero. Congratulations. Also, we managed to meet back up with Freya, I believe was the name of the little carpet friend. They're quite burned. They're not particularly fire resistant. But we help them out, and they tell us a little bit of information that they've learned about the company, that they have a machine that they're building for the purposes of trying to harvest life energy or something along those lines. I can't remember precisely what it is that they know, but we know what's happening, which is that Poison Nurse is sharing information with the company. The company are using that to make a machine to get the life energy. And one of the things they're trying to do is to put down the sort of robot thing, because if you can take away their life energy, they'll stop protesting. But Poison Nurse is also via subterfuge using that as a sort of a way of bringing back Shrimp God by giving them the power that they lost during the whole Shrimp Hippo thing. Yeah, and so there's going to be some sort of backfiring happening. Hopefully, who knows? We just don't know. Moving on up 2 means that they can rejoin the column where we go back to a place that we've been. True, that makes sense. Yeah, so that's what happened last time. We did all that. And now we're hopping over, presumably, to Team Shramp to investigate cult stuff. Maybe this is where we learn that Poison Nurse is trying to use life energy to bring back Shrimp God. And the player of the game, this fictional player of this fictional game, can try and put 2 and 2 together of, the company has a machine that can harvest power, and Poison Nurse is trying to get power to bring back the Shrimp God. Ooh, maybe these two things come together. Who knows? Because we do know that the Poison Nurse is working with the company, because Viv told us that. Lots of fiction involved. There's so much fiction. I can't tell the fiction from the fiction. Fictional player, fictional game, fictional graphics. The best way you can describe my drawings. Fictional glitches? Oh, almost assuredly. I mean, we already know about the inconsistent size of Brad's character model. I'm sure Jethro probably has some ability to clip out of bounds. You know, it's all good fun. It's not a glitch, that's on purpose. True. Is it a glitch if it was intentional? Yeah. So yeah, are we gonna move the join somewhere else? Like I say, preferably somewhere where we, I'm all right moving it so long as we're moving it somewhere that we don't know what's before it, so that we can still have surprise. I guess it makes sense to do it just before we go back to a place we've been to before, because we kind of plan for that column to be the big city that we go back to, and we have the showdown with the company, whatever that showdown takes the form of. So it makes sense that the whole party's together for that, particularly if that happens before the party rejoin, then like both of those teams are gonna lose half of their members. So yeah, before the place we've been to before. I think that's a good thing. Okay, so let me see if I can do this without accidentally revealing everything. So hang on, fine. I need to work out how to do this. I think that's fine, and then I do that, and then I go like that. And here's the symbol I brought along before, just as a spare, in case we wanted it. Cool, it doesn't like being moved around, does it? And we'll put it here. This is where this is going to be. Makes everything nice and blocky. Right, so we have 2 more locations in which to do stuff. Yeah, that seems fine. It does look a little iffy because obviously I set this whole thing up based on the original structure, but it's fine. It's just there as a blot on the landscape to remind us that we've cheated. It's fine. Okay, so we're going to a new place that's dangerous and plotty. So presumably we're going to maybe a shrine. I think somebody said maybe a shrine to the shrimp god. I don't know what that looks like. I don't know where it is. I have just realised that if we are going to Magma City at some point, either it's the really short location at the end, or it's hostile. We're the fictional game designers. We decide what's fictional cheating. That's true. I followed a oh, the colours are slightly different on the joins. I've just realised. Yeah, I follow a composer, Guy Mitchell Moore. He's great. He's like 60 and has the enthusiasm of a toddler. But he comes up with a bunch of different ways of basically making it so that writer's block, like, it'll hold you back, obviously, but it shouldn't stop you making something. And so what he does is he gets just a bunch of dice, rolls them, and it's like, that's my melody. No, 3, 1, 5, 2, 6, 5. I'll make a melody out of that. And sort of one of the best bits of advice he gave with that process was, if at any point you find yourself changing one of the notes, don't feel like that's cheating, because you're now writing, which is the thing you wanted to do in the first place. So I feel like that's what we're doing here, is that we use this as a springboard, and now we're writing. Finally got to the point where we're actually writing. Hi, Kira. What's a biome we haven't been to yet? Cloud. I don't know. We've done swamp. I guess we did ice. We did like the frost deserts. Fire would be Magma City, wouldn't it? We've also just done plain desert. We've done beach. We've done forest. Mushroom village. Whatever that counts. Caves. More caves. I don't know. Yeah, how are you, Kira? You alright? We've just cheated and moved the join from where it was to where it is now, because otherwise the story is gonna be awkward. Mountain? That's a good one. There we go. How I met. Yay, same hat. Same hat. Fantastic. Right, so big old trek. Part of the plot of this section is a long series of cutscenes of climbing a mountain. Okay, we can start there. It's probably worth revealing what the next symbol is, just so we know that where this is generally heading. Maybe we could have the mountain. If nothing interesting crops up in this section, we can have the mountain. Climbing the mountain is the short area, and then the place at the top of the mountain is the long area. But we'll get there. So many cutscenes in this game. It's based on a JRPG. They've got a lot of cutscenes. That's why it's dangerous and full of monsters. Okay, I've got to make sure. Now I've slightly changed things. I've got to make sure I'm clicking the right thing when I do this. Oh good, mystical mumbo jumbo happens on the mountain. Who would have thought? Right, okay. So we're going to Team Shramp. And let me grab some colour. Is there some colour anywhere? Colour? Colour? Hi Schrodinger, I'll take colour from you. Why not? Right, so our team of small nurse, buffalo, a big mushroom, and a jerboa climb a mountain. The beginning of the world's worst joke. Shrimp Shrine! Mountain Shrimp Shrine. Shrimp Shrine. Shrimp stuff with some Mo info dump. What the info is there to dump anymore? It was near a waterfall once, and keep the water theme going. That's cool. Yeah, climbing waterfall mountain. There's no trail, it's all climbing. They got mini games about clinging on and rocks falling and all that sort of stuff. I have drawn things today, but it feels like I haven't. Oops. Did you draw a shrimp shrine before? You did. You drew one in the shape of a shrimp shrine. A shrine in the shape of a shrimp. The shrine in the shape of a shrimp. Maybe something dealing with magic related to familiars, shrooms, jerboa, etc. For sure, the shit of the sure. So we started with and we've moved to sure. So I assume we learned about this shrine from Viv. That would be my guess. Also, as always, very friendly and happy shout out to Adrian von Ziegler for the lovely background music. Probably from Vid. Yes, that would make sense. Started with summoning a cat, and we moved on to summoning a shrimp. Or Tosei. I should probably like back up this file because this Clip Studio file has all of the drawings in it. It's just all in one big file. So I was not a fan of this weather. It's very windy. Hey, Christy. Maybe there's an old lab here that Poison Nurse abandoned, perhaps? They're caught up in the Sims, but you're here now. Hi. We're going up a mountain. Because Viv told us to. How's the rest of this gonna work? I like the idea that Buffy and Peridot are just Skyrimming it. This is my game, there's going to be no sensible physics involved. I'm not worrying about how a buffalo goes up a mountain. That's not my job. Or what buffalo anatomy looks like. Don't worry about it. Velcro shoes. Delving a little bit into the old Wallace and Gromit lore there. The wrong trousers, Gromit. You'd assume a buffalo goes up a mountain pretty easily. Ah! Puns! Sure, whatever. It's fine. Not even holding on to anything. Far too proud of that one. You get the idea. That'll do, he says, going in for more detail. Wanted to be the guild, just looked up. Anyway, yeah, are we doing a a little oh yeah, sorry, I forgot to update the thing, didn't I? Boom! You could have changed when I said boom, that would have been nice. No? Okay, there you go. Gilly's dressed for the weather, yes. Tippy tappy, keyboard ASMR. I know why my audience come here. Certainly isn't for speed. was talking to someone for a moment. What's going on, and what do we have to think of? Guild's accidentally getting Buffalo Tail in the face. Yeah, so we got on this mountain or going up this mountain or whatever. Maybe we reach. I think Ragdoll suggested a little lab that was once used by poisoners and abandoned. Maybe we can fight some weird monsters there. That'll be fun. In which we can learn some stuff. What lizards look like? I've forgotten what the lizard looks like. I don't know why I did this so small. But I did, so screw me. Your audience comes here because you're a lovely person with amazing ideas for projects. Amazing ideas, maybe. In execution. You get that. No, whatever. Anyway, we're climbing up a mountain. With a waterfall for fun. This is the only part of the game that we bothered to do water physics. And it doesn't work occasionally. The water stops going back up the mountain. Also, I've just decided it's night. For no particular reason. Yeah, so do we come across like a secret lab or whatever? Are we gonna have the shrine as a sort of a bigger event happening in the next column? Or are we just gonna have a quick little shrine? Whatever happens here happens. We need to do some mumbo jumbo, so. You get the idea. Like the idea of a lab? We could leave the shrine for a bigger event with Shrimp God? Yeah. Maybe the lab is hiding the shrine? Possibly. Yeah, the lab was built in front. And we pull some shenanigans and discover the hidden shrine behind it. That's cool. I mean, it's a hidden lab. But behind the hidden lab is a hidden shrine. Because nothing has to make sense. Outside of the mountain, the lab is one area and the shrine is hidden in the mountain. Yeah. Deep, deep shrine. Okay, so we find a lab. By which I mean a cute dog. No. I don't know what a lab looks like in this world. Built on the side of a mountain, so it's like... this strange building that's sort of jutting out and built on... You can give it a kind of fantasy sort of feel to it. It's got sort of bits sort of jutting out in weird angles. Up here we've got a... there's a telescope. Maybe there's lots of snow on it. Snow-covered thing. I don't know how high up the mountain we are. There's just one sort of rope ladder. Just sort of dangling on, and that's how you're supposed to get up. There's another really annoying minigame where you got to try and grab onto it. In the dark, dark lab there was a dark, dark shrine, and in the dark, dark shrine there were some dark, dark stairs, and down the dark, dark stairs some skeletons lived. At the top of the pointed roof be like Poisonous' hat because subtlety is for suckers. That's why I was going for that, and I forgot about the whole sort of cut off. Maybe one of the characters can have a remark about that. So, do you think Poison Nurse has been here? Yes, look at the roof. This is all made of cylinders, by the way. This is all circular. Obviously, with this perspective, I have managed to show off that circularity with stunningly poor ability. Grigori, so did you base the roof on your hat or the hat on your roof? I don't know why Grigori's here, but I welcome it. I don't think it's at the summit. I think it's on the side. Thing when you see the silhouette of the building and it looks like Poison Nurse, and then you see it's actually a building. Sorry, I thought it was a person, just much closer. Perhaps when you shave off your moustache, I'll consider taking your advice on aesthetics. Oh! Sibling rivalry. Love it. There's a little bell. Maybe there was a sort of thing here, but it's sort of crumbled. There you go, roofside laboratory. Just the stupidest sibling rivalries. Yeah. Cool. And what do we find in the dark lab? Apart from some skeletons. We find mystical mumbo jumbo. We know that. To be fair, I've just realised this. To be fair, Poison Nurse might also have a terrible moustache. We don't know. Also, I've just looked at the scale of this thing, and that is a massive chimney. There's a lot of experiments going on here, mostly involving fire. Is that canon now? Look, we may never see their face. Don't go asleep on your hand. Oh, please. Oh, miss, how is Doggo settling in? Okay. So, okay. Sort of another little outcropping. Fine. So the dog's settling in, but you're still getting used to it. No, it's fine. You're just not cut out to be a parent. Oh, bless. Also, maybe there's like a trap that does some mumbo jumbo, and whoops, Mo is now seeing a vision magic hologram of Poison Nurse, and they have a little chat, rival to rival. I didn't know this rivalry was even going on. Yeah, I don't know what Poison Nurse actually thinks of us. They've met a couple of times. You like cats. Cats don't need attention. Oh, there's a puppy. Puppies always want attention. Okay, yeah, I like that. That's an idea. Maybe there is just a trap set up in the entrance. Oh, here we are. So maybe we find some old lab equipment and notes, like old enough the Poison Nurse clearly didn't know what was going on yet. Perhaps. We move through how they discovered things. That's cool. I was going to say maybe there is like a knockout gas sort of trap in the location, but in the same way that Mo sort of managed to get through that before she gets through it again and has the same sort of hallucination. There's a bit of a one-on-one thing going on. Although not combat. Not yet, anyway. That's the problem. You have things you'd like to do, but you have to be with the puppy all the time. Aw, it's not even yours. Or put your foot down and say no to the people who own the puppy. The puppy's, it's not their fault. You just want Poison Nurse and Mo to have some sort of chat. I don't know where Poison Nurse is at the moment. I doubt they're here. Okay, so let's do some... I like the idea of like we read through sort of Poison Nurse's... I mean, we've got a plot symbol, right? We can do a lot with a plot symbol. Like, maybe Poison Nurse is here, and maybe, we trip a trap, we fall unconscious, and then we get captured. And we find ourselves in part of the lab that's also connected to the shrine, and then we escape, and that's how we get into the shrine. That way, we can have a conversation with Poison Nurse, and it also makes sense as to why they don't just do something about us now. Like, oh, you're in prison, it's fine. Also, we haven't had a heroes get captured and escape sequence yet. So... Has got Big Mo. Also, you don't very much look like yourself. Insert Baba Yaga's song from Bartok the Magnificent here. I know all of the words in that sentence, and yet the meaning escapes me. You like the idea that Poison Nurse hates who what Mo is as far as her connection to Granny and her knowledge is concerned. Yes, I forgot about that. The whole sort of jealousy sort of thing. Like, yeah. We get into the lab, find some important shrimp documents, find a dumb family picture with Grigori, Poison Nurse, and Schrodinger. Yes, canon. Then we get knocked out, get captured, chat with Poison Nurse. We're in a shrine now. Boom, law. We need to escape. Things are bad now. Yes. Because Poison Nurse has just explained, maybe not the entire thing, because Poison Nurse isn't incredibly stupid like most villains, but is saying, that's alright, by the time you get out, I'll have done what I need to do. We're like, what is it? What do you mean? What you need to do? And they're like, I'm not telling you. Yeah, from those massive books. That really doesn't look like Mo, does it? Look, it's fine. There's a frog on the hat. You know who it is. Fancy notes and Mo goes, starts reading, putting stuff together for a bit. Poison Nurse shows up, traps the party, taunts them. We get the impression that she knows about Mo's ability and hates her for it. Magic thing happens, we get out, but end up in Shrimp Shrine, which is the next column. Even if you do escape, I'll be long gone. You literally can't stop this. What is this? Think I'm stupid? I think their reaction is, it's like, oh, what? Do you think you can stop this? What is this? Wait, hang on, you don't know what this is? No? Okay, well, I'm not going to tell you. I just assumed you knew. I assumed you'd work it out. Why are you here if you hadn't worked it out? And there's like lots of bottles and potions and racks of test tubes and stuffs. And one of those, whatever they're called, retorts. I can't remember how they work. Give it a little spirally thing. It's a magical one. Don't worry about it. But do. Um. But yes, this picture of poisonous Gregorian Schrödinger is canon. Do not ask if Voyager still has issues sensitive about it. It's unclear if it's a thing that's important to the plot or just an Easter egg left by devs. Why are we here if you hadn't figured it out? We came to figure it out, okay? You destroyed the library! Wish Brad were here to properly sass you. Chris, yes, what did I do? I don't know. I can't remember what I did. I don't know what Heisenberg looked like before he went and covered himself in metal. Not Heisenberg, Schrödinger. Figured out what you want Patreon Doodle to be is this dumb family picture. I'll work on it. I can do that. I have time. Somewhere. I did a thing faster than I needed to, so I'll have time later in the week. Can do. Is Grigori standing on a box? What's going on? Probably yes. There's a box. Grigori carries a box. You've got to stand on a box to, you know, advertise to the world your great money-making scheme. Anyway, there's a picture. Hey Mo, why don't you look like yourself? Have a Snickers. Well, look, sleep-deprived and manic. It works. Not that the picture implies that the mask became a thing before she presumably broke it off with her family to pursue her shrimp god dreams. Poison Us is the goth kid of the family. I was about to say, yeah, there was definitely a goth phase. And it's like, they kept that going. Doop, doop, doo, 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 doo. Frog looking down's very cute. Flows are good. They don't know what's going on, but they try and join in. Usually sarcastically. Anyway, canonically, I just want to let it be known that Peridot was the one who sprung the trap. So, so like, oh, this is the bell. You ring it for service, right? Why would we want service? Too late. Of course, Peridot did it. Peridot's an idiot, and we love her for that. She's good. Trap. Cool. So a trap is triggered, a trigger is trapped. And we all go home for tea. No, what are we doing? So yes, we trigger a trap. Peridot triggers a trap while looking around. Maybe there's like a mini game in the game where it's like you have to constantly stop Peridot from touching things. To stop her triggering a trap. And the more you stop her, the more information you learn. But eventually it's going to happen anyway. It's like, it's inevitable that she's going to trigger a trap, but how much information can you learn in the process before she does it? You're controlling Buffy to stop Peridot while Mo's reading. Peridot is the bull in the china shop. Yes, indeed. Or the actual bull. The buffalo. They're very sensitive about that. I don't know how to draw things. Poking forwards need shading, I guess. Buffalo? Buffalo? I don't know what a male and female buffalo are called. Let's find out. Probably similar to other cattle, but the American bison or bison. I did look up buffalo, not bison, but thank you. I know it's a bit confusing. Bison and buffalo and buffalo and bison and bison and buffalo. Buffalo, 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 buffalo. Cow. Etymology. Some buffalo is considered a misnomer for the animal, which could be confused with true buffaloes, such as the water buffalo and the African buffalo, which is what I'm thinking of. Thank you very much, America. Doesn't really say, as far as I can tell. Occasionally refers to the males as bulls, so probably the same etymology as other similar creatures. Can't wash your hands in a buffalo. Ah! Oh, plumbing jokes. Can't wash your hands in a buffalo, but you can in a bison. Do you get it? Right. So, trap triggered, we're in prison. I get it. It's one of those ones that's best said out loud and with the lead in. But as my dad also loves bad jokes and is a plumber, I have heard that one many times before. Everything's round here, by the way, so I'm gonna have a round prison. Oh, my bot just stopped working for some reason. Turn it back on then. Just lost connection, I guess. I didn't say it disconnected, just stopped. Feel free to try again. It ruined your joke, I'm sorry. Why is it? It always seems to break when you want to use it. Like, it actually broke. The last message it read was Ragdoll talking about the picture on the desk. So that was a while ago. Stretch. Okay. Should be working now, though. Hopefully. Oh, a lot of people just joined chat. Hazel just doesn't want to deal with dark. A funky bar design. This prison, maybe it's sort of like a...
I aim to make his life difficult.
Well, that's rude, Hazel.
What are you going to do? Turn me off. Try it, parsnips. The chat will riot.
To be fair, you turned yourself off. I don't even have to do anything. Technology fears you and hates you, and it always breaks around you. Well, I'm looking forward to our RPG sessions. These are big bars, but they're just there for theatrical purposes. I feel like during this conversation, this is when Poison Nurse finally remarks on Mo's floppy hat.
I don't get paid enough for this.
You probably don't. Circus tent? No, actually, these are bars. It's fine. Metal bars. Just so everyone's here, they fit right through the bars. I mean, we have a small Jaboa friend. Like, maybe we have to control them briefly. Oh, that's a sequence in FF9, isn't it? Oh, I've just recreated something from another game. Again! I can't remember what you look like. Maybe if you said yeet like Robert does, you consider paying your Hazel. Panthyprism. Probably a big collar. Tends to like putting a big collar on a villain. It's good fun. Yeah, so now we get the nice conversation about how Poison Nurse just assumed that we knew what they were doing. And we're like, nope, not a clue. Did they have a... I don't know what was going on with their bottom half. Have a look. Back to the beginning. Hi. Sort of before that. That's why the goons were never villains. No big collars at all. Okay, so we've got kind of a thing. Got a cape. Got a cool multi-layered skirt thing going on. Big fluffy collar, apparently. That was part of the design I forgot. Gloria has a collar. Is it big though? A big collar? Yes, the collar's going down for a start. There's your problem. Collar's big enough for tax evasion, that's it. Yeah, it hides money in there. Under the hat and under the cravat. He could pop it. Oh, I'm just imagining Kokori popping his collar. And Poison Nurse going, you look like an idiot, you know that. It's like, coming from you. Yeah, so there wasn't actually a long... Well, there was a... Sort of like a tight coat thing going on like that. Fortunately, there's a wind blowing in here. It's a drafty old place. More big boots. Everyone's got big boots. Grigori pops his collar up, Bran pops it back down again. I thought you were going to say Grigori pops the collar up, money falls out. Like, oh crap. I forgot that was there. This drawing is taking too long. So yes, the contents of this conversation, eh? Mo really isn't looking like Mo today, and I don't know why. He pops out of his collar. That's what Grigori does, and a bunch of knives fall out, and everyone just looks at Wick like, how did you hide those in there? Just knives fall out that are bigger than Wick. What? Absolutely. Grigori's like, I learned to stop asking questions about Wick a long time ago. I recommend you do too. Isn't gonna work, is it? Yeah, I can make it work. I imagine they've had their weapons confiscated, so like you got a broom over here and there's the loot. Just Poisonous wasn't quite sure as to know what to do with Peridot, so it just took away the sandals. I don't know what Jubba uses to fight. An old knitting needle? I don't know. He picks Wick up and shakes him, and somehow a war axe falls down. Wick's coat is made from a bag of holding. Wick is lighter than you'd think. The goons are not surprised anymore. The rest of the world is there. Yeah. Asking questions around Wick makes things more dangerous. It's the first time Mo doesn't have the backpack on. Yes, let's put that down there. She wakes up in the sounds like, something's wrong. What's wrong? Hang on, I'm laying flat on my back. This is weird. Wait, hang on, where's the backpack? That's how she knows something's wrong. I guess thrown into prison and immediately runs back like, oh, thank God I've been carrying that for ages. Been complaining about this thing, but now I miss it. I imagine, like, Poison Nurse is, like, assumes we know more than we do because now we have someone else in our group who's got the whole symbol going on. She's like, I see you've learned about my connection with the Shrine of the Goddess, the healing goddess. And the connection with that for the shrimp god and so on and so forth. I'm just like, what? I mean, we know a little bit about it, but... the knockout gas is still having a bit of an effect. A little tired. Hello and welcome to another edition of I draw these characters once a week, so why am I surprised that I don't know how to draw them? On today's episode, Perry. What's going on, Perry? Gil's just like, well, we're in prison, no point standing up. Meanwhile, Buffy's just, this is your fault, you know that. Okay. So what's the mystical mumbo jumbo here? Because so far, all we've had is plot. We need something inexplicable to happen, and I don't think a sleeping trap is mystical mumbo jumbo, really. The mumbo jumbo could be related to how they get out. Ooh, good question. Good point. Statement. There was a question mark at the end of it. It's hypothetical. Yeah, could be. But in what way? Ooh, mystery. One second. And I'm back. Right. Next symbol so that we can plan. That makes too much sense. Right. Last symbol is the area. Mo does a mumbo jumbo? Almost certainly based around Mo. Oh good. A plot important boss. Do we fight Poison Nurse again? I don't know. I feel like Poison Nurse maybe has gone, but then again, what would be a plot important boss? Maybe the hallucination comes back and helps us out in exchange for a fight. It was a terrible idea. Okay. Well, let me get that up on the thing. Or maybe this is all. Maybe the mumbo jumbo is to do with the escape, and the boss is something guarding the thing, guarding the shrine, or something. I don't know. Maybe Poison Nurse tries to take Mo's magic link. That's an idea. Yes. I mean, why wouldn't they? And it backfires weird, and then we fight. Maybe it backfires weird. I don't think we should have a fight with Poison Nurse here, because. Why would they fight us? We're in prison, it's fine. We just leave. I like the idea of the backfiring magic link though, that's good. Because as you say, why, if Poison Nurse is, has a thing out for Mo because of her connection with the goddess and all that sort of stuff, and sort of being gifted these powers and all these things, and she also has the ability to withdraw magic from other beings, then why wouldn't she try it on Mo? Kill two birds with one stone. You get the magic, you take vengeance on somebody who has passively wronged you. Oh, blimey, my bit rate's all over the place. Apologies if the stream is a little buffery. Haven't dropped that many frames though, so that's not too bad. Okay, so it backfires weird, and we get shot into the mountain and fight something there. I don't know, maybe she tries it and, something strange happens. Maybe she does get something, but we don't know what it is. I don't know, I want to set up something for the future. And I just like the idea that this has nothing to do with, but it does have to be a plot important boss, so it can't just be random monster, right? We could... She could summon, you know, shadow hallucination form of herself again, only now we all have to attack it. It's just an ability she has. Fight my shadow doppelganger. What else could it be? It could be a recurring boss, doesn't have to be that significant to the plot. So what recurring boss would be the likely... We're going into a cave, should it be the snake again? Even more shrimpy. Poison Dust gets mad that doesn't work and six a monster on us? Yeah, but it has to be something specific. Because it's plot significant. It's not random boss, it's something else. Choices. Well, let me draw the backfiring magic thing. And that's significant. Shrimp, snake. Shadow doppelgangers of the group? Or of someone our protagonist really cared for? Maybe? Maybe in the interim, they've gone back to the mushroom place and they've taken the soul of, like, the mushroom elder or something? And we have to fight their soul? Shadow doppelgangers, that's a good... It's a good common RPG trope thing. Shadow doppelgangers are the party members that aren't there. Playing mind game. Looks a bit like a lipstick, doesn't it? No, you don't have. Do you have big sleeves? I didn't bother to look. Mo having to fight Shadow Doppelganger Brad. It's also a mental battle because this is a childhood friend that she kind of pulled along for adventure that she didn't ask for and she feels bad about it. Now here's the thing, do we lean into making it sort of realistic and making the characters feel bad, or do we lean into, hey, let's make some funny evil characters? Evil versions of existing characters. Maybe both. Maybe it starts as one and turns into the other. Stop with the big rubber. Both! Why not both? Insert GIF. You know the one. Yeah, I do imagine there's some snarky remarks about, you know, well, at least I can maintain my hat properly. You don't even have the common decency to keep it pointy. I deliberately cut the top off of my hat as a symbol, because the pointy hat is a symbol of a nurse. And look, you here, just accidentally having a floppy hat. Ruining my whole thing. Mo's just like, look, it's a bugger to starch. No, that's not right. Let's remove it. How can you even call yourself a nurse? What have you even done that's nurse-worthy? Look at your hat! You made your house look like your hat. It's an aesthetic! It's called symbolism. I expect you to understand. Yeah, I would say now would be a good opportunity for Mo to start questioning herself, and her own sort of validity of, you know, has she actually worked for what she's got and all that sort of stuff? But we haven't got a symbol, so we can't. You're going for a dramatic speech, but you think Brad's spirit infected you because you wanted to make fun of poison. I mean, that's just my default writing style, to be honest. Write something serious, halfway through realize there's a joke in this. Write something jokey. We're writing now. There can be a character development if we say so. We've already made one fudge. One fudge a stream. We're allowed one fudge per stream. There must be any need, boy. Why is Mo having cramps? Because she is having her magical essence sucked away from her. But don't worry, because it backfires. So it's fine. Don't worry about it. I need that for a second. There's not a lot of this I can salvage, to be honest. Also, I didn't draw other frog. Close enough. It's an aesthetic. Shrimp god, just like Grigori. It's my thing, okay? It's not an accident. Not just being dramatic. Oh, characters being silly. How do hands work? Roughly like that. I don't know what form this backfiring takes in terms of appearance. Hands don't work. I mean, they do all the work, right? That's why it's called manual labor. What's the foot equivalent of manual? Pedial? Um. We'll do cliche. It's so powerful the hat stands up. And it looks real goofy. Do, do, do. Maybe there's a silhouette of God Granny around Mo. Ooh. Loading, loading, auto saving. It's a little like loading, but the opposite way. Flo doesn't know what's going on. And how do we integrate a hippo into this? I always forget the shape of a hippo's face. Flag hippo. Flag hippo. That's kind of... It's either hippo or Shrek. Not entirely sure which. It's something like that, isn't it? Right, so that having all backfired, we are plunged from a prison into a dungeon, and we are forced to fight shadow versions of the members of the party who are not here. Who I guess really just consists of Brad Stoker and Jethro. Because Onion's optional, and I don't know how you... I don't... Well, I guess... Hang on. Which of them has... No. I guess you will have met Onion if you're in the party, because we got Onion prior to the Mushroom Village, didn't we? Hippo or loafing cat? What do you see in the clouds? I see a hippo. I see a loafing cat. I see a major twist in a character arc in a very confusing JRPG. Timmy, you're a strange child. I did say that we lost our weapons. Do we have to do this barehanded? maybe then it's one of those fights where it's not really a fight, and you're supposed to win through other means. Violence is not the answer, etc., etc. It's a battle of mental strength until we can get to the weapons. Maybe they keep pursuing us. Maybe it's a repeated battle. So we just have to keep escaping. Today's homework: if you were a character in a JRPG and somebody summoned your shadow form, what would it look like? Answers on a postcard. Functional. I wasn't using this as an excuse to be self-derogatory, was I, miss? Oh. How dare you. I was using it as an excuse to draw something cool. You know? Not that you're not cool, but the shadow form could be cool as well. Caramel chocolate balls. But this was a 16 symbol stream, not a therapy session. Look, we've put a lot of ourselves into these characters. The story is largely about personal insecurity. I can't remember how the hair goes. I think it's sort of tied up in a bit and then it sort of puffs out into a sort of ponytail. Do you know what I just remembered? There used to be mushrooms in Mo's hat, didn't there? I got bored of drawing those very quickly, didn't I? You mentioned the mushrooms at least once a stream. Yes, we do remember them. See, have I? Do I mention that? I don't even remember mentioning it. They're your favourite treat, and they were on clearance because nobody buys them, so you're 20% caramel at the moment. Well, surely it would be dark chocolate caramel then, wouldn't it? It's your shadow form. And your light form would be white chocolate caramel. It'd be great. Do white chocolate and caramel go together? I don't think I've ever had the two together. They might not work. I don't know. Might be too sweet. Shadowbrad. Brado. What do we... How does that work? It's like a Pokemon. The start of a Pokemon battle. Dun, 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 ding. I smell one: dark chocolate and licorice caramel. Ooh. A lot of flavours going on there. Chuck some aniseed in for good measure.
Who's that Pokemon?
Who's that Pokemon? Ooh, ooh. See, now I just think of that Neil Cicierega song.
It's Pikachu.
Thanks, Hazel. Did we do that one already? Is that a known Hazelism? Oh dear. So we have sort of black hair flame, I think. Is it just gonna go up? No, we need the... Something like this, but good. I'm gonna do the whole, it's Pikachu, it's Clefairy. Ah, Vine. Been in TTS but Hazel pronouncing Pikachu. That way it killed you dead. Look, sometimes it's a metaphor for draw-throughs. Like, you have a plan, and then something comes along which is just much funnier than your plan, and complete chaos. What am I saying about you? You are completely unexpected and utter chaos, but also much better than anything I would do on my own. Working with people is good, particularly if they are chaos goblins. I don't know why I'm doing that. Also, that's not really what a hand looks like, is it? It's loading. There we go. Probably switch to this pencil while I'm doing this. It's a little less pushing on my half. On my part, I should say. Just going to do some drawing by sculpture rather than drawing by outline. Lay down a shape, see where it goes. Carve it out of the mound of... Mound? The, collection of pixels you just put down. Speaking of Chaos Goblins, you have to babysit the puppy for the night. Best of luck with the shadows. Have a wonderful puppy sitting time. You'll get used to it, don't worry. Enjoy. And thank you for coming along. Hope you had a nice evening. Slightly running out of time, can you tell? There we go. Shadow Loaf. Burnt Loaf. It's absolute gremlin of a shadow. I went for intimidating, but it does look like it's going. Maybe that is intimidating in the right settings, because that's not the sort of thing that Brad would do. It's like, oh no, that's weird. Cognitive dissonance. Yeah. So, emotional turmoil abounds, even if it's not enough to cause character introspection. Because lack of symbols. But hey, we did a whole location today. That's pretty good. It's definitely intimidating also because Brad is like a good 3 foot taller than Mo. Yeah. It's just always going to be intimidating. Yeah. So that's that. We did a thing. We did stuff. We get in there. There's only, what, 5 more locations to go, and one of those is tiny. So, granted, the other ones are pretty darn long. Yeah. My estimate was 30 weeks, wasn't it? So we got, like, about 2 streams a location left, I guess? Yeah. Loaf Evil looks like Ori. Ori and the burnt toast. There we go. Yes. Thank you for coming along. This is the end of the stream. I'm ending the stream. There it is. It's ended. Done. Boom. Oop, I accidentally clicked something. Luckily, it wasn't the end stream button. In the very beginning, you said like 25, you think, but you realised it was a tad optimistic after the first 2 streams. There are 25 locations in the game. I don't think I said we were going to manage to do 1 a week, but... oh, what's the next symbol for next week to think about? Good point, good point, good point, good point, good, to a large extent, point. Okay, so presumably we're going into this weird shrine place. So it's evil location, and the first thing that happens in there is a boss rush. Fantastic. Right, so if we want more shadow characters, go right ahead. Right. Why did I include that symbol in the thing? Makes sense? We fight the Shadow Brad and then we get down into the shrine and then there are more! All Shadow characters. Yeah, that's fine. We can do that. We've had Burnt Brad. Then we can have... like... Jeththorn? You know, thorny, bristly. I guess Stoker would also be on fire. There's a limited amount you can do, really. Shadow characters of every major NPC. Yay. Feel free to design some yourself. If you've designed an NPC for this game, design their shadow form. Help my wrist. Shadow Goons. I think they're probably an optional boss. Shadow Goons are just as laid back about being villains as the real ones are. Colin on fire. I know. Shadow Goons are just playing cards in the corner. Yeah, I like that. So I guess we were just born into existence for the purposes of defeating you, but quite frankly, we've got better things to be doing. Is Shadow Wick just really nice? He just hands out flowers. Yeah, anyway, thank you for coming to the stream. Shadow Wick is a pacifist. Yeah, so tomorrow, unlike what this says, it says nothing, I can fix that. We're doing more of Death's Door. More fun with crows and definite humans and rope sharks and big old frogs. Shadow Grigori is a goody two shoes. Yeah, to define Shadow Bran. That's always a sign of an interesting character when you wouldn't know what their opposite is. Anyway, enough standing here thinking about things that are not necessary for the purposes of the stream and being silent and thus giving you dead air for no reason. I do now have some nice pictures of baby hippos up on my screen though, so that's nice. Because as soon as you type in an animal into Google Images, you're going to get the babies, because they're cute. All you know is that Shadow Bran is cheating at cards and Shadow Grigori is telling them not to. Yeah, so I guess Bran is the leveler of Grigori, and so Shadow Grigori is the leveler of Bran. I guess that makes sense. Oh, look at that, a reference to our very first draw-through. How many draw-throughs ago was that now? Is this our 6th, I think? Yeah, this is our 6th draw-through, and that was the first. My word. Don't worry, Slick Jessie's fine. She got stabbed real hard. Yeah, so more Death's Door tomorrow. Lovely game. Very much enjoying it. There's a normal time for a stream. I just did a longer stream on Saturday because I didn't stream on Wednesday. Gonna stream tomorrow. Unless I've forgotten something that means I can't. There's nothing on my calendar, so I'm gonna say no. Yeah. Games! And then on Saturday, more Death's Door. And then on Sunday, friend times. Maybe hang out with Chib on Thursday. FF7, Forest of Doom, Metal Gear Noodle, Citadel of Chaos, FF8. Yeah, I think the 6th. Cool. And then the next one will be, hopefully, Bioshock Infinite. And then after that, one of a couple of experiments. I'm not sure which. I had an idea, but then I had another idea, and now I don't know. So yeah, thanks for thank you for coming. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you have a wonderful week going forwards. Yeah. So also my bot has also has decided to stop again. Bot, he can't take the day off. I'm streaming. Oh dear. Okay, let's turn it on very briefly for the end. For what it's worth. Maybe it doesn't like criticism. The last thing that was said that the bot responded to was Chibi saying, I think you said 25 streams for this and then said it was optimistic. Maybe it's tired. Maybe it's lodging a protest and saying you need to stop all this nonsense. Experiments, thanks for streaming. Thank you for coming. I'm going to end now. Have a wonderful time, everyone. Enjoy yourselves. Look after yourselves. Have a good week. Do something nice. For yourself, for you personally. Say no to someone. Say no to someone you really, really don't want to do anything for. I recommend it. Can't stop, won't stop, bot. Have a grand old one. Thank you, Adrian von Ziegler, for the music. And I'll leave you with that. Goodbye.